host country, home country, and third country. Right, but then you started talking about stuffing patterns. Let me see, okay. You said stuffing patterns may vary depending on the length of time that the multinational company has been operating. You gave some examples, but I got confused and now I can't read my notes. Okay, well, one percent is to rely on home country managers to staff the key position when the company opens, but gradually moving more host country nationals. So, for example, if a French company opened a factory in Canada, then French management would gradually replace themselves with Canadian managers. Is that what you mean? Right. I think I used that very example in class. So, do you want to try to explain the second pattern to me? Sure, I think it's the one where home country national are put in charge of the company if it's located in a developed country. But in a developing country, then home country national manager the company sort of indefinitely. Right again. And an example of that would be maybe using German management for a Swiss company in German, but they maybe using German managers to provide leadership for a Swiss company in how about Zimbabwe? This is one of the confusion because Zimbabwe has a very old and highly developed culture, so this is one of the but it's still defined as a developing country because of the economic base, which is being developed now. Okay, I guess makes sense. Then the example of American company with British management. When the company is in India, that would be a third country pattern. Yes, in fact, this pattern is fairly prevalent among multinational companies in the United States. Many Scottish English managers have been hired for top management positions at the United States subsidiaries in the former British colony in India, Jamaica, the West Indies, some parts of Africa. Okay, so I've got all the example right now. Anything else? Oh, just one thing. There are some typical patterns for certain countries, like the last example. No, this came later in the lecture, something about Japan and Europe. Oh, right now, I probably said that both Japanese multinational companies and European companies tend to assign senior level home country managers to oversee locations for their entire careers, whereas multinational companies in the United States will oversee assignments as temporary. So they may actually find themselves reporting to a senior level manager from the host country who has more experience. So, for example, a Japanese company in the United States would most probably have a senior-level Japanese manager with mid-level manager, maybe from the United States. But in Japan, the senior-level Japanese manager at an American company would probably have mid-level American manager reporting to them. Well, generalities are always a little tricky, but for the most part, that would be a typical scenario. Because living as a permanent expertise is a career move in Japan. But a temporary strategy in the United States. Okay, that's interesting. And important for you to know as a business major is an interest in international business. You're still on the track, aren't you? I sure, I sure am. But I wasn't thinking in terms of living abroad for my entire career. That really is a huge commitment and something to ask about going. Anyway, like you say, most American companies view overseas assignment as temporary. That's more what I have in mind for myself, I mean.